Hi, this is Rachel coming to you with this week's Sparkle of Shabbat. And this week, I wanted to talk a little bit about Tu B'Shvat, which was our holiday of the birthday of the trees that was celebrated this past Sunday, the birthday of the trees in Israel. I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story and then a few thoughts about the story. So I have a sort of a guest appearance on this Sparkle, and you'll see this tree. And like many of us, I decided during the pandemic to add a few trees, or I should say sort of plants and things inside my house because we were spending more time at home. So I figured I would have the time to try to water these trees. So it turns out I was really just looking for trees and plants that I thought were pet safe for my dogs. But this tree that it turns out that I got, it's so much bigger than it was a couple years ago, is called a money tree. And that was not the name that the tree was given when I bought it. But I subsequently found out that it's called a money tree, which I thought was kind of cute. So a tree of maybe prosperity, that if you water it, theoretically, you're supposed to have prosperity in your life. So I get this tree and I'm watering it, and it's actually blooming or growing really beautifully, which I was thrilled about because I don't have a green thumb. But during the week that I noticed that it was growing so nicely with very low maintenance, Seth comes home from work and says, I don't know what's going on with my work, but I got so many new cases in this week, so many new clients coming in, and he's an attorney, and I had to giggle because I'm thinking, boy, I'm watering this money tree and it's growing beautifully, and then Seth comes home that week and says, I don't know what's going on with my practice, but I have so many new cases now. I do not think that me watering this money tree caused Seth to have more business. I think his hard work and all the efforts he puts in and his values as an attorney are what cause him to have work. And I don't think that the tree was magically growing. I think it's growing from the water. That was a nice coincidence. But it led me to think about, with regard to Tu B'Shvat and thinking about spring and renewal and growth of trees, what are we watering in our lives? And it usually is the things that we water that grow the most. And those can be positive things in our lives, like trees and foliage and relationships and caring and love and spirituality and things that we want to grow in our lives, whatever that might be. And it also can be negative things that we allow to grow in our life, negative thoughts and feelings and fears and hatreds or jealousies or just different things that we might water and not even be fully aware of what we're watering. And I guess I'm thinking a little bit also about that, the spiritual diet that I referred to in a previous Sparkle, but really our diets of our lives and what are we choosing to water. I do think that what we water is what will grow, and whether that may be a good thing or a bad thing. So my Sparkle for this week would be, may we water those things in our lives, the relationships, the efforts, the things that are important to us, and may we see them grow as beautifully as the trees will be growing in the spring in Israel. Shabbat Shalom.